Rochester, New York. You are now. I knew it arrived. A free smoke.
This man has now arrived on the scene, but will never be the same. The crack era is the movement, called some versus the team. This is Bruce Bader, not a hater, coming to you live from the South Side.
Goddamn boomer! Woo! 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 Shout to everybody up there in the 248. I know everything great. Ain't nothing to it but goddamn I do this goddamn boomer. Staten Island, most popular son, lounging low from the 160. And I know what's going on up there. I wanna give a boom to goddamn boomer. Southside on. Y'all know how we boom. Y'all know how we boom. Y'all know that podcast. Y'all know that podcast. Free smoke, no gas. That's it. I'ma tell y'all. I'm down here, down bottom by the 162. And I'm just a cool Yente. Goddamn! Woo! Woo! Woo!
DJ Chris G, the king of the north. Every time. Check out my man, Southside Unk, on Free Smoke No Gas, on YouTube, every week. Get on it.
Yo, shout to Southside Unk, you hear me? Raw, just rock. Out there living, loving, and laughing. You know what I mean? Get up, man. I'm at Iron So sick, why we go, you hear me? At 8 games, live, we in the rock. Oh, man, we watching. Shit happens. Listen, lyrically, I'm inclined up here, you hear me? Nothing wild, you hear me? We don't.
Yo, y'all know what the fuck it is. It's Barbaric, aka the 5 Mile Jedi, representing that almighty grenade rap shit. Now I'm saying always on my grenade rap bully shit. Now I mean, I fuck with SS Unk, you know what I'm saying? That's my nigga, that's family. Now I mean, y'all tuned in to Free Smoke No Gas, nigga. Word.
Hey, yo, peace to the bro, Southside Unk, you already know what time it is. Free Smoke No Gas podcast. I've been checking out every single episode. Let's get it, bro. Believe in what you want. Keep it going.
Hey, yo, what up? It's 5-8 Fever. And you watching Free Smoke No Gas, Southside Unk.
Yo, what's good, man? It's True. I'm here with Unk, man. You already know it's Free Smoke No Gas, baby.
Live, Boulder City. Boy, D.O.P. De Niro live in Southside Unk. Free gas, no breaks. Make sure y'all check it out, man. We just killed this motherfucking shit. You already know, check me out. Every motherfucker social media, DSP, D.O.P. De Niro, man. I ain't hard to find it. I know the face of holla at me. I got the dang. Holla at you, man.
Yo, this your boy Chris Gunner. Shout out Southside Unk. Free Smoke No Gas. You already know what it is. We here Photo City Improv tonight. We just touch the shit. We shut it down, man. 1-8. We out.
Johnny Jeffries, founder of Golden Road, Flower City, born and raised, Free Smoke No Gas, Friday, tune in.
Shout out Free Smoke No Gas. Source, yeah. You know what time it is. Tune in to Southside Unk. You're not playing with y'all niggas, man. Nothing but the official shit. Top 10 in the town every week. You feel me? Shout out to 5-8 Fever too. We working, niggas. Y'all niggas ain't working like us, man. We working, man.
Yo, T-Rock, Cave Gang, gun titles on Battle Camp, man. Shout out to my nigga Southside Unk, man. Gang shit.
Bing bong. Don't ever disrespect me by not checking out the Free Smoke No Gas motherfucking podcast, you know? It's Gorilla Nims. If you don't know me, you pussy. Bing bong.
For those of you that have just joined the show, you are now tapped into the Free Smoke No Gas network.
Yes, we are back again, yet again. This is Southside Unk. The name is not stolen. If they rockin', I'm rolling. New Crack Era's the movement. Cole Summers is the team. You know what I mean? But it's always Southside. Y'all know what is going down, man. We got interviews together, man. We got some interviews going, man. And we got, right now, we got my man. Yeah, we got my man. This guy, he's a part of the HCM camp. You know, very, very nice MC, as well as a very nice battle rapper. You know, he comes from that cloth. So he knows what the bars what the bars mean to people. You know, he's a practitioner of that. And we're going to bring him up right now. And his name is Mike Johnson Jr. Yes, sir. We're going to say hello to Mike Johnson. Mike, what's popping, baby?
Peace. What's good with it, man? What's going on, family? How are you, man?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. I'm just glad to have you, man. We finally got you on the platform, man. I told you I was going to do it. I told you I was going to do it.
I know it. It just had to be the right timing. You feel me? Everything is divine timing. You feel me?
Yeah, man. What's good with you, though? You're looking good, man.
Hey. I'm just trying to elevate, you know what I'm saying? Do things different.
Right.
Get to different heights, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just working and stuff. You know what I mean? Taking care of family, making sure home is good and making sure home is good.
No, that's right, man.
You feel me?
You've been getting busy on the music too, though. Yeah.
Oh yes, sir. Sir. Growth Spurt still out on
I was telling them about the the whole ACM thing and all that intertwined. Yeah, shout out to the guys, man.
Shout out JD Briggs. Shout out INF, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the guys, man. Yeah.
You feel me? So we working, man. It's about to be a lot of shit. I'd say, man, working on the album. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What's the name of the album you just dropped, man, not too long ago? Tell the people about that.
You want to talk about the Growth Spurt? The Growth Spurt.
You got some notables on there too, man. Yeah, that I saw in the credits and heard. Yeah.
Of course, you know what I'm saying. I got HCM as the gang on there. You know what I mean? I got to start with the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
The whole team on there. You know what I'm saying? Then I got the special features. You know what I'm saying? One of my guys, I call him the New York Nate Dogg. You know what I'm saying? But my guy, DV Elias Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's
hey.
You know what I'm saying? That's my genius, right?
Alias Christ, shout out to the God, man. You feel me? Yeah, shout out to the God.
Oh, get me video. It is on YouTube right now. Featuring DV Elias Christ, man. You know what I mean?
For those that know, y'all know.
And then
DV was that nigga, boy.
DV still is. He's one of the illest.
Oh, yeah. I was DM'd a few times too, man. That's
That's my guy, man. That's my genius, man. That's he I love his work and he loves my work. And that's what I love about it. For him to be in hip hop so long and he loves what I do, that's angry. That's catastrophic. So yeah, I mean, he definitely on the growth spurt, you know what I'm saying? And I got Helter Skelter on there.
Oh yeah, you got Rock Ness Monster.
Not before Helter Skelter.
Shout out to Rock Ness Monster in the building. That's my guy.
Yo, rest in peace, Sean Price. I wanted Sean Price on our album too, but you know what I'm saying? He had to go to the essence, you know what I mean? But I still got the essence of what they are, especially the monster on there. You know what I mean?
Man, and he's still wigging on niggas on that.
Oh yeah, go get his joint too. Ether Rocks just dropped. Ron Brown's on the production. You know what I'm saying? That nigga
rocking Ron Browns, man. Word.
And then I got
when Ron first came out, man. Yeah, Ron had the airwaves lit up, man.
Word.
I remember Ron Browns, boy. Yeah.
Man, listen. It took me to get grown to understand who Ron Browns was.
He did that pop champagne for Jim and them.
Yeah, he did that. That's what I just thought he was just that. When I got older, I realized.
Yeah.
I realized, he produced that. He produced that. He produced this too. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's solidified in hip hop for real.
Yeah.
So,
Browse.
and I got Chris Rivers on the album as well. I got Chris Rivers, Big Pun son. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. Actually, Rock This Monster and Chris Rivers on the same track with me on the
whole machine.
On a track called Freeze. You know what I'm saying? Lyric video is out right now too.
And we're gonna play that tonight. We're gonna play that tonight.
I am one of the few who can say, I honestly did it for the culture.
Yes, I did.
Hey, and check this out. For my Rochester heads, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see a lot of monumental scenes from Rochester in this lyric video too. So, you know what I mean? That's the gem I wanted to give out for my city. You know what I mean? It's a lyric video showing homage to everybody that's on the song. So we got somebody from Rochester, got somebody from Brownsville, and got somebody from the Bronx. We're trying to show every aesthetic. But you know what Rochesterians and a lot of people upstate go through, they don't like to put us in that New York category, but we are. And that's what I wanted to show that nobody deny. You know what I'm saying?
It's in our city's name.
You feel me?
Can we not be?
It's only right. It's only right. So, you know what I mean? Freeze. It's called Freeze. If y'all want to check that out, well, yeah, I will in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Our freeze is different up here. And that's a whole fact. Everybody know up north get cold.
I'm just trying to tell you.
And it get dark, boy.
If you ain't used to a couple feet of snow, you might have to go. You know what I mean?
And don't be slow.
Mm.
Fuck around, don't be able to go. You get snowed in, you can't travel. Now you're locked in with us.
You feel me? So what else you gonna do? Might as well build, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Might as well.
Yeah, man. So Growth Spurt is out now, you know what I'm saying? Got joints like You and Me featuring them. I got joints like Back Where It Came From with my guy Hondo Luck, and got Hooligan Easy on there. Shout out to the L. You know
Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the guys.
And then I got Burnout with my blood brother Trell on there. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Trell, man. Yeah.
And then
not a rapper too, man. He gets busy in there too.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. You already know what it is. That's the bro. You already know he get busy. And he got some Syracuse coming up soon, so it's about to be big.
Good work. That's good work, man. It's good work.
I gotta go out to Be-More in a few. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a battle coming up. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right on the Verbal War Zone, right? Yeah, talk about that. Boy,
Verbal War Zone, man.
Who on the plate?
Mike Johnson Jr. versus Merck. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a classic, man. It's gonna be a classic. I just can't wait. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying?
Got your match up with
have a few ciphers. It's gonna be a few ciphers before the battle, and I'm looking forward to the ciphers over the battles.
That's gonna be fire.
Because ciphers, that's what I live for. You know what I mean? That's hip hop for real. That's what got me towards the Growth Spurt. Ciphers. That's what got me being Mike Johnson Jr. that you see today. You know what I mean? Being the ciphers and the rock against some of the illest MCs.
I'm gonna figure it out how to do it on this right here. I'm gonna figure it out. Cause I didn't hear you rhyming over the beat, but you said you was freestyling when I threw the beat on and dipped out for the second.
Yeah. I was. I had to talk. I'm
gonna figure out how to do that, man. That'd be dope to have on a night or whatever, on a dedicated night.
That'll be wavy. We'll do a test. We'll do a tester with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. We'll set that up. We'll set that up.
I'm always down to rap. I'm an MC. You know what I'm saying? This is what
man.
I do.
So when it comes to the studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your process? Do you have to have the beat first, or do you write when you don't have a beat? What's your process when you in the studio?
When I'm in the studio, well, really, when I'm in the studio, when I'm actually in the studio,
yeah,
I don't like to waste time. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to get to it. Boom, 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 boom. This is it. You know what I'm saying? I like to have everything prepared. But my process,
like you more or less like to go in with it already. They already.
You know what I'm saying? I know what I need to do, and if I need something else, I can figure it out while recording what I already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
you rather have it already pre-packaged.
I'd rather have already verse hook, ad lib selections.
Yeah.
I would rather have it all done before getting to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Certain things can get elongated. But the feeling that you get when just creating something in the studio, I guess it varies. It varies because I've been in both.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on, real quick. Yeah, there's a couple of people that's trying to get in contact with me because I'm shaking stuff up. So, but yeah, you know what I mean? My process is I like to, whenever I do get a beat, some beats it hit home so much, right then and there in the studio, I can create something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And lay it down just like that. But in most cases, especially if I want to give that impact, you know what I mean? I'm riding around with the beat. I'm going through everyday life with the
laying
beat.
on it. Right. Getting intimate.
I'm doing everything I can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To make sure everything is good.
I feel you. Now, while in the studio, out of the HCM massive, for you, who is the most difficult to work with and who's the most easiest to work with out of the guys?
The most difficult to work with and most easiest to work with?
Yeah.
You know what? I can't say anybody in the crew is difficult to work with. We all got our things that we click with one another. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Music is deep because
or I'll rephrase that. Who's the most critical?
The most critical? The most critical, I would say JD Riggs. He's the most critical because he's not afraid. He's not afraid to tell you that's not it. He's not afraid to tell you it's missing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like niggas strive for perfection. You feel me? It's like we strive for the vibe. We strive for the feel. So it's like, you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is, bro curated an ear for how certain shit should sound. I have a certain ear for how certain shit should sound for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But especially when working with others, he got an ear where he can see something go somewhere. And I believe him. So I go through the hard shit where, yeah, that's not it. That's not it on this one. That's not it. I try to figure out a different bounce on that. Nah, yeah, you wilding in that verse though. I'm not trying to downplay that shit crazy, but like different bounce on that one. Put that verse to this something that, you know.
Yeah.
Building. You feel me?
Facts.
So I would say that's the most critical. He's the most critical. The easiest to work with, possibly, it's gonna sound absurd. It's my cousin M. Ironically, he taught me how to rap.
Shout out to Inf, man. That's another one of my guys, man.
Also
a resident of the
exclamation.
show.
I'll never fail.
Inf is a resident of the show.
You feel me? So like, yeah, he taught me how to rap. You know what I'm saying? Fun fact. You know what I'm saying? Go check out the Headshot video too. Headshot by INF. You know what I'm saying?
We ran that on the show too. Definitely.
Yeah, man. So at the end of that joint where it was segue to my Headshot clip, you know what I mean? That same store I came out of in Harlem.
Yeah.
Near the Harlem Projects and shit. That's my great grandma used to be at.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? My family used to go to New York all the time. That was the same store my aunts, uncles, my mom, Dukes used to go to, and they used to visit their grandma and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't know that until after I did the vid. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew that's the store I need to walk out of. That's it right there. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. You know what I'm saying? And another fun fact, the first time I went down there to even go towards that store or to those projects, that was the first time my cousin Inf taught me how to freestyle. I was 7. I didn't really choose. I really didn't decide to pick up a notebook until I was around 14.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I know that's right.
Real quick. I can't hear you that good.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, it's low as hell. I don't know what's
I'm
going
good.
on.
I'm good. I've been good the whole time. Yeah. I've been good.
Hey, that works out. Well, you still rocking and I can hear you. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm good, baby.
Yeah, man.
Just tapping in, man. Yeah, this boy here, y'all. He nice.
Yeah, I can hear it. I had to do something crazy.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah,
I had to do something crazy.
Yeah, that's you, brother.
You know, sometimes energy can fuck with a lot of technology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you on that.
Yeah, frequencies.
This is what we need to do. We need to let the people hear some music, man. We need to let the people hear.
Oh, they got to see what Mike Johnson Jr. has in store. What high caliber music got in store.
Speaking of Inf, I got a joint here for you and Inf.
You and me.
Yeah, it's called You and Me. Yeah,
you and me.
Yeah, we about to run that right now, y'all.
They can't fuck with you, Unc. By you, I mean me.
Run that, man.
By me and you, I mean you and me. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
That's community right there. That's community. Yeah, play that joint, Unc. That's fire.
We about to run Mike Johnson featuring Inf. This is called You and Me.
Produced by JD Riggs.
Produced by who?
JD Riggs.
Shout out to the guy, man. Shout out to the guy.
I know you don't love me, and there may be someone else. And as I sit alone here at home, knowing what I should do,
burn a few L's, defy gravity, it's all A's. Isaac Newton is probably mad at me. A bartender for niggas that try to battle me. Shake shit up, then I serve them like apple daiquiris. All money, HCM, that be the faculty. Fake ass niggas, they tend to flare up my allergies. Analogy, I'm a Rock City soldier. Even though the chip on my shoulder ran out of batteries, I'm still moving. T-Virus without the antidote. Word to Chris Wallace, they keep the camera close. Assassinate my character like I'm a big target. I gotta keep that faith, it's understandable shit. Opportunity knocked and then the handle broke. Now I demand respect like a ransom note. And yo, if these niggas rapping but they ain't nicest, could never fuck with.
Now they can't fool you. By you and me, by me and you and
mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you, by you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you, by you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you, by you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me. Fuck your handshakes and daps. I tell the world that, cause none of them mean shit when intentions don't match. Yeah, I rap, but it's way more than that. Without raps like football with no quarterbacks, no holding back. HCM, where I started and I finished at. Out of time, but still the business where I scrimmage at. Rochester, New York. Time to clone. Yeah, I moved out, but ain't nothing changed. Just a pay raise and the same name, the same gang. Never getting jumped out. Set up shop like Thanksgiving at your mama house. They win a team and we traveling to prove it. Get first class to dirt naps, get dirt bag to do it. Yeah, they rap, but Mike, these niggas ain't nicest. They can't fuck with. Nah, they can't fuck with you. By you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you. By you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you. By you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you. By you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Loose cannon, aiming and shoot hammers. Mike and Inf like Tony and Bruce Banner. Bulletproof shit. You the type to talk and don't do shit. Strap you in the noose, you a nuisance.
Yup, so hang it up. When I spark it, they'll caution tape it up. Or you'll be in the hospital bed when the doctor wake you up. Shake them up like taking dust off an artifact. When it come to boom back, me and Inf be the heart of that.
All the rap, get toe tagged and back. They scared to fight, get a black eye and grab a strap. Never that, cut you slipping when you pissing that. W in your crib, drag your body where them pigeons at.
And after that, clap at them to bring them pigeons back. Bring the house down with keys like the Aristocats. And that's a fact, these niggas rap, but ain't no match for you never fuck with.
Now they can't fuck with you, by you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you, by you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you, by you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
Fuck with you, by you I mean me. By me and you I mean you and me.
You and me.
To the people of America, you are now tapped into free smoke, no gas. I am one of the few who can say I honestly did it for the culture and for the people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all know what it is. Had to bring Inf up in the building, man.
Yeah, I swear I was.
He had to put some clothes on, y'all.
I was on my way to go to sleep. I swear for goodness I was. I was on my way to go to bed. What up, cuz? What up, Up?
You know it, man. Shout out to Inf, man. Inf's in the building, man. That's my guy. Resident of the show.
Yeah, HCM. Shout
about how you was teaching me how to rap in Harlem and stuff.
Oh,
he
that's
was just talking about you. So I'm like, hold on, let me get in MD and while he talking to me, let me see if the boy up.
So I gotta give shouts out to two people at once, right? JD Riggs, of course, who also, founder of HCM, JD, CEO, producer, manager, get shit done guy, like literally from point A to point Z. JD Riggs' hands is a part of the whole process. So when I was about 9 or 10 years old, really about 9 years old, I met Riggs. I've established that on one of the previous shows. I've met Riggs. He was called PG, aka Pure Genius at the time. But around that time, when I met him, me and him would just freestyle, on the bus.
How about that?
Yep, the beginning of the school day, on the way to the bus, at lunch break, after school. And one of the various summers where I would go to Harlem or LES from, as a kid, like I Headshot is that literally the place we grew up at in the summertime. But after our family moved from that place, they moved to the Lower East Side in the Baruch projects. off of Baruch Street, right down the street from Delancey. So one summer, it was like summer of '98. The summer of '98. It was I remember it was that summer because it was the summer that UConn won the Final Four for the first time.
Yeah, UConn.
So
yeah,
the men's basketball team, they won the Final Four for the first time. So
okay.
My Uncle Robert, shouts out to him. He's the reason why our family, was able to be around our family in New York City a lot. So shouts out to him.
to Uncle Robert, man.
So
Uncle Rob, man. Uncle Rob, that's one of the early, man.
Shout out to Uncle Robert, man.
Yeah, so he packed up, like one summer he packed up, like basically me, Mike. Back then, Mike was called Deuce because Mike Johnson Jr. He was just called
Deuce. You know what I mean?
It's called Deuce back then.
You feel me?
Deuce, what up?
He was called Deuce back then. And then Reek the barber is just Reek. Tyreek back then. And Afi, shouts out to Afi.
Yeah, Auntie and Ron.
So he packed us all up. We went down there. And
oh
we
my
stayed
God,
there.
Auntie is on the album too. My auntie Auntie, the same one he's talking about. He's on the album. She's on my album, Growth Spurt.
Yep, she's on Hold On to a Dream.
Shout out.
Produced by M. Produced by M. Yeah,
it's family is all immersed, and when it comes, like, that's why when we say HCM is the gang, we say High Caliber Music, like that's a family thing. People live
gang shit. It's family.
Yeah, like people lived and died repping this brand, so that's why it's important. The Riggs, myself, Mike, everybody that's a part of it. So
R.I.P. Bruce Dash, man.
Word, rest in peace. His birthday coming up right around the corner too. So it was a hot ass summer too. Like, imagine Do the Right Thing on steroids. It was like 100 degrees every day, but we did something every day. On our way to New York, I was teaching Mike how to freestyle, and he was like, getting it, mumbling, messing up. I was getting it, mumbling, messing up because I was starting rapping around the same time.
Yeah.
So like, I was not at all polished, but I was like good enough when it came to freestyling, but I couldn't write for anything until Riggs taught me how to, write. How it was growing up, sleeping head to feet, you know what I mean? If we visit a family member house, like all the kids come together and they would like put the two couches together and we would all sleep on the two couches, like, and there was no curfew really. So we was just like up till like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, just freestyling.
Mm-hmm.
And then there came a time where we all went to Long Island to meet up with my cousin Vonnie and her husband at the time, Big Ox. And Big Ox is the same Big Ox that was working with that grew up with Rock Marcy. So we talking about that Big Ox.
Yes, sir.
So
shout out to that. Shout out to
that. So we in Hempstead, Long Island, at Vonnie and Ox's house and our cousins' houses, like Moo, Little Kev, Parrish, and all of them. And we was just freestyling there too, and like.
Yeah.
We was finding out about our family history. We was finding out about how Ox's family was related to Shira, who married DMX, and we was like, man, DMX ain't related to y'all. He ain't. You know what I'm saying? And then they pulled out the pictures and stuff like that. I'm like, get out of here, son.
Yeah.
But like, we was freestyling back then, and learning about Rock Marciano. They knew him personally as Rocky. They kept on bringing Rocky, and I'm like, yo, who is Rocky? And turned out it's Rock Marcy, like, that y'all know, that who like is literally changed the game. So like, we little kids learning about this in New York, being acclimated with our New York culture, going to places like, the bodegas, going to the, we in the project we in the projects, like freestyling with other kids. We playing ball. We doing all of this stuff, like, and it was just an experience. And from then on, like,
absolutely,
me and Mike weren't like connected and rapping like that for like maybe 5 years after. Like when my brother Rod passed,
had a gap.
yeah, we had a gap because he ended up moving out of town with his family to the West Coast because that's where his grandfather was, if I'm not mistaken, right? Palmdale.
Yes.
Hold on.
Palmdale, California.
You moved out to Cali.
When I told you my mama was in his, Fruit of Islam. And,
expound on that now, though. We talked about that.
She was.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Maisha Beard, man. Shout out my mom.
Maisha Beards, man.
Maisha Beard, man. Let me say it again. Shout out Maisha Beard, man.
Shouts out Maisha. Eesh.
So on some G shit, man, my mom Dukes, she showed me what it is to chase a dream, bro. You know what I'm saying? She could have easily went to being in the WNBA by now if she didn't have me.
Right.
She had 2 scholarships. Then I came along. She decided to have me. You know what I mean? 2 of them, full ride. Coming out of Wilson. Wildcat, yeah.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
to Wilson Wildcats, man.
You feel me?
Even though I'm Oriental to the death. Shout out to
East.
Man, Wilson.
East. Oh, for a brief. Riggs is an Oriental. All Money wasn't Oriental for a brief stint. You know what I mean? So like, some real good folks came out of East, man. Wilson too.
That's what I'm saying. Game though, the two dopest colors was always the dopest in the city, and that was Franklin.
Yep.
Right. Red and white. Wilson, red, black, and white. East, purple and gold. Madison, purple and gold.
Shoot, I remember.
I graduated as an inventor. So
damn, but guess what? This is why I'm really Oriental and purple and gold to the death because
yep.
Elementary
school. I'm that maroon and silver and gold. You feel me?
Purple and gold. I don't know no other color.
See,
I'm not a diehard Laker though.
See, I'm a blue, gold, and white Irondequoit Indian / Eagle. My older brother Nuke and Rod, they used to go to Irondequoit too, but Nuke will tell you to this day.
I gotta make my 2K high school joints, man. I gotta make my 2K high school teams, man. I gotta make all the Rochester high schools again.
Yeah, that'll be fire.
I did it for 22.
Oh, well, that Franklin team though.
21. I had Franklin. I even had Charlotte.
You had Franklin with Carl Jefferson and Trent Jackson and all of them.
I think I had Carl and Trent on there, but I don't know if I made them.
All right, yeah,
I had to make everybody. So of course I went to East first. I made Art and Chad and Sean Johnson, and you know what I mean. I made all of them, Makiba, all of them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I made Press Murphy. I made Chris Tuck and them for Charlotte. You know what I mean?
But that gap he was speaking on. That's why.
We're gonna get back to that, man.
That gap he was speaking on. That's why I had to shout out my mom. Shout out Maisha Beard. Shout out my mom Duke. She showed me what it looked like to chase a dream. So she was when I was a kid. She went out to Atlanta. I want to say it was
So Maisha is your mother.
Yeah, that's my actual mama.
Yeah.
Shout out to my y'all. If you don't know who my is, you better find out.
So she was chasing her dream, you know what I mean, working at Escape Hair Salon and shit, and she was doing her thing, and then she came back to Rochester, did her thing. That's when we came back. So that's when it really, really locked in. I was trying to understand certain things about hip hop, but I was just playing around with freestyles every time I got with him. You know what I'm saying? And then the gap happened. I moved out to Cali because Mom Dukes was chasing the dream. She went to LA and got into the hottest salon in LA.
Talk about it.
And then did a whole King magazine, the swimsuit issue, the poolside edition that had all of the illest video vixens back when video vixens was an actual thing.
See, shout out to that.
And the Melissa Charles and all of that. My mom did a whole magazine. She came home and was like, "Oh yeah, I did this." Boom. What? I wish I still had that cover. I just want the cover.
Yeah, the cover.
You can find it. You can find it. You'll find
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna frame it.
Yeah, we
so like
now.
But that was around the time. Rest in peace to Rob, man. That was around the time our cousin Rob passed, Imp older brother, and during that time, you know what I'm saying, when the funeral happened, when I was telling you, around 14, that's when I decided to really pick up a notebook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most of my family had went out. They had went out to the back to Rochester for the funeral. Okay. I was just too over funerals, so I just wanted to stay. Me and my brother just wanted to stay where we was at. But my grandfather so goddamn mean with it. He had one of his friends, Lindsey Wagner, come and pick us up. So that name alone is something crazy. Bionic Woman, Lindsey Wagner. Yeah, look that up. Wow. Look that up. Yeah, chilling with Lindsey Wagner. That's crazy, right? So yeah, I was chilling with Lindsey Wagner, and that was the moment when I literally like decided to keep a notebook and write rhymes for real. It was during that time.
What he said though, go back and look up the name.
Lindsey Wagner, yeah.
Who is she again? The who?
Yeah, Bionic Woman, huh? Yeah. Listen. My brother had to go to the dentist while they was out back. My family was back in Rochester and shit, right? Yeah. Lindsey Wagner took us to the dentist. I have never seen so many people in awe. I didn't know who Lindsey Wagner was. And then it was kind of like seeing how people reacted to her. Oh my God, my husband loves you, Bionic Woman. Oh my God. It made me want to look it up.
Yo, like hearing, like this is the first time I'm hearing about this. This is wild, B. Like the history, the history is rich, man. Like it's
shout out James Beard.
That's crazy.
Yeah, James Beard. Yeah, James Beard.
That's my granddad.
So your yes. So your granddad came to Rochester, and he was one of the facilitators of the service of my brother's service, and you know February. And the crazy thing about it is the anniversary of my brother's passing is coming not this Friday, but the following Friday to the day, like the actual day it happened of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like all of this is wild, but this your time, Mike. This your time, Mike. Continue your story. I'm just listening.
Yeah. That's you know what I mean. And then, you know, some funny shit, right? I gotta thank Busta Rhymes for bringing us back to Rochester, right? Because Busta Rhymes cut his hair and he came out with the Big Bang Theory, and I was really on hip hop scene at that time for some reason. I was really trying to dig deep into what the essence was, and the Big Bang Theory, or I'll say the Big Bang, not the Big Bang Theory, but the Big Bang was like the main catalyst. And him and Swiss Beats, I'm on my New York shit, hat to the back on my New York shit. Right. We in Cali, but I'm bumping that everywhere I go because I was the person with the music. Everybody in the house didn't really keep the music. I had all of the music. I was getting the music, so it was like bumping that, having that on the CD, bumping that.
Did a very good job with that.
I done made everybody homesick.
Yeah. Every time I hear that, that immediately just puts me back home. I love that. I love that. I love what Swiss did with that, because that's a classic used sample. He just did it differently. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where you just hear it differently, and it pop for you, and it end up popping for a lot of other people.
I don't know. I would say that was one of the songs that made it feel like.
And then them horns that rise up with them horns. Them horns bring you up.
For a person from the actual boroughs.
On the subway, nigga, keep riding.
Yeah, I don't know how it feels for the people from the boroughs, from the 5 boroughs for real. But I know when I heard it, it felt like home.
Man, I know the 5 boroughs, nigga. That was the anthem.
It felt like
wherever you was at,
it felt like Rochester.
On my New York shit.
It felt like Rochester when I heard it. So it was like it brought us back home. And I was in 9th grade, so I had got to 10th grade, and I think that's when
he mentioned all the New York shit in it.
You know what I'm saying? And I came back with the
New York Knicks. Even though when a lot of us don't rock with none of them motherfuckers, at the end of the day, we still home team. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's based, because I know he don't like all 3 of them motherfuckers.
What?
But when it come down to it, we repping home team.
At the end of the day,
upstate New York. At the end of the day, it's New York.
Period. New York. You know what I'm saying? If I go anywhere else outside of New York, it is New York. You know what I'm saying? It's New York all day.
But then when we get to the particulars, no, I'm not from Brooklyn. I'm not from none of that. I'm not from over there.
Yeah, when I was in Cali, and motherfuckers found out where Rochester was, they were so fascinated before, but then when they found out where Rochester was, they had their own assumptions. Man, you're not from here.
The craziest part about it is every time we made the news, it wasn't good shit. When we hit CNN, it was always some bad shit. And we done hit CNN a few times.
For the wrong
reasons.
I want to hit CNN for the right thing.
But the internet is worldwide anyway. But once you hit CNN, you done reached a whole nother level of attention.
Huh?
So this is what I always try to tell people: don't try to be like nobody else, man.
I'm gonna tell you a jewel, right? This goes with the story. When I came back from Rochester, it goes with the story, and it goes with the conversation.
New York.
My pops, when he found out that I was really tapping into rapping, because my pops used to rap on the block. I didn't know that until I started. You know what I mean? He's seen that, and everybody telling me, "Oh, my pops was on that," and he had this old school flow with it, you know what I mean? He got this bop with it, but he had told me, you know what I'm saying, hey, yo, man, watch out for fame, man. A lot of people do a lot of things to become famous. So P-Potty broke it down though. We watching TV while you saying this shit. You know what I'm saying? What VH1 on music videos and shit. We watching Pastor Kavasi, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, remember when BET used to really be out of control? BET Uncut?
Oh man. Yeah.
Boy, BET
Uncut and all that type of shit. And then fame. So he was showing us that, right? We was watching the video, Pastor Cavassier. He was like, you know what I'm saying? That's fame right there. You know what I'm saying? That's really fame. That's the, you know what I mean? How you handle that is all on you. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden the news came on, turned it to channel 9. The news came on and seen a brother with a mugshot, committed a murder, looking out for. Hey, Black, you see that? That's fame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to watch what you do. Watch what you do with fame. All of it is attention. So it was like, he was teaching me a lot. He was teaching me a lot about where I would go if I would keep doing what I'm doing. I didn't notice that at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just still writing, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to have my voice heard. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And all of a sudden, I hear about high caliber music when I'm in 10th grade because of my cousin M. Mind you, JD Riggs, Hooligan Easy, they always been around. Shit. It wasn't a time where they wasn't around. Because every time there was like a little family function, family get together, they're around because F is there. Now, granted, I wasn't old enough to go in the attic, you know what I'm saying? It was named Happy Tree.
Nope.
Come upstairs. Gonna come upstairs.
I wasn't old enough for that. I was still young. You know what I mean? But I was there with M showing me the songs that he done, you know what I'm saying? And then I want to say at the end of my 10th grade year, M called me, "What you doing?" He said, "All right, I'm about to bring you to the studio. We about to do a track." I'm like,
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
I was in Cali. I was in Cali. My homies had studios. Nobody never brought me to the studio. I never knew what the studio was about. I just wanted to record some shit.
You ain't see a studio out there, boy?
I was never in the studio, bro. Niggas never really. And I was battling niggas in Cali, bro. I was just rapping. I was freestyling and shit. So it was like I wasn't.
Damn it, man.
Ain't nobody give me a shot. Came home, cousin gave me a shot. You know what I'm saying? And a song called Face Facts. You know what I'm saying? And that song right there.
Y'all still got that?
I still got it somewhere.
You gotta look in the archive.
Yeah. So fun fact about that record.
The first joint y'all did together.
Yeah. And the thing about it is,
I need that.
And I got you. And the thing about that record is, like, I had my eyes set on putting E on that record too. Back then, but E was, E was ripping and running around that time. So, like, if I was able to get him in a moment where he wasn't, then we probably
you'd have got it.
Would have made it happen, but that didn't work out. So, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Made that catastrophic. It did, but that and fun fact, mind you, my artist name that I was going by was Juggernaut. How I got that name? I got that name in Cali. I got introduced to the scene that was saving lives from gang culture. I got introduced to Crumpin'.
Yo, man, that's another thing I wanted. Yo, if you watching this interview, you know some Crumpers. I know a couple, but I love the Crump culture for real. Listen,
shout out X Nation too, man.
Get in contact with me if you Crump. Send an email to me. I'm gonna put the email up here. You see it right there. Put it
right there. Right there. Yeah, right there.
We need to talk, man, because I got questions. I got things I want to be told.
I'll tell you this.
Off Rise, boy, and I've been on it ever since, boy. Tight Eyes, that's the Godfather.
Listen, you don't know about Little C. That's the other one.
Listen,
Little C is the other one. I'll tell you this. I got my name Juggernaut.
That shit.
I got my name Juggernaut because one of my shout out to Terrell.
Shout out to the twins too. The French
twins.
Yeah,
that's a fact. And Foolish. Foolish is my favorite crumper. Foolish is that nigga.
Yeah, Foolish crazy. Yep.
God.
Yep. You're right.
But Terrell. I was failing every class in California. There was a lot going on in Cali. But the only class I wasn't failing in is public speaking. Public speaking is where I met my best friends.
That was a class?
Yes, public speaking. In 9th grade. I was in 9th grade in Cali. In Highland High School.
See the curriculum? You see the different curriculum, son?
Yeah, public speaking, bro. I was rapping. I made raps. I made raps in public speaking class, bro.
We were impoverished. They
I
wasn't
mean,
gonna put
raps
that on
and
our
public speaking,
man.
bro.
Y'all see what he was? You see the curriculum he had in Cali? Public speaking in ninth grade. In ninth grade, what was our curriculum? Math, English, or
Earth
depending on what
science.
math you want, you might have been sequential math, whatever.
Yeah.
Science, gym.
Oh, their math teachers wasn't shit. The English teachers wasn't shit. The Spanish teachers wasn't shit. They don't let nobody. You better know that shit before you get in that bitch.
Nigga,
But
the
that
only
public
time we
speaking
hear
class,
about public speaking, nigga, was the valedictorian at the end of the year.
you feel me?
Fuck
But
out of
that
here.
public
What?
speaking
They had
class,
a whole
that
class
shit.
on it, y'all. In Cali, they had a whole class in ninth grade public speaking.
Public
You heard it. You heard it on the interview, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I met. That's
Shit out there.
you know what I mean? So that's where I met my best friends. I met Terrell and Terrence. And fun fact, Terrell, he was a survivor that got out of the Rolling 60s. Jumped out.
Okay. Oh, he got jumped out.
Yeah, with the scars to prove it, bro.
Out the official way.
With the scars to prove it.
According to their protocol.
Hugged his big homie bloody. Got the scars to prove it. But that man Terrell, and Terrence, he was a blood. He didn't want to disclose everything, but he went towards dancing, just like Terrell. And they put me on the Crumpin' and gave me Crumpin' 101 DVD, and I just was studying that, and I was like, "Oh, this is ill." It's like you're rapping with your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so they have certain things called, you know what I mean, certain moves. There's a certain move called a stomp. There's a certain move called a flex. There's a certain move. There's a certain move called a kill off.
Right there, the buck.
And a chest pump. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain move called a kill off. A kill off, you just have to make what you're trying to show vivid. You want to know one of my favorite kill offs was when I was dancing, and niggas had points. I had to battle niggas dancing and shit. I was a big nigga. I was really big.
That made it doper though, because you could move.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? That's what make it dope. When a big nigga can move.
I'm battling break dancers, bro. But I'm getting my shit up.
Heavy
you know what I'm saying? So I got my stomps up, and I had this one kill off where it looked like I'm starting a lawnmower.
Okay.
But
pulling motion.
Yeah, but I make my arm like the string when it just snapped back. You know what I'm saying? So I was younger back then.
So like the Bismarcky almost.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite dances. So that's what I play. Yo, my pops killed the Bismarcky at every family event. So that's what I used with my kill off with the. Yeah, I'm wilding. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I get that shit going, I get the stomp going, and that's what got my name Juggernaut because of my stomps. You know what I'm saying? So, when I got back to Rochester, stomps was heavy.
He was big too, so the stomps was definitely heavy when they hit the floor. Yeah.
Even outside, even in the concrete, stomps is heavy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what you might be doing inadvertently or intentionally. When you battle and when you do music videos and stuff like that, you move your arms kind of in the format like that's where it's coming from. Crumpin'.
It's from the essence of where I got my name from.
Yeah,
that's good observation.
So like, so that's like, and that helps, especially in the battle realm, because like you have to use your hands in a way to, show the,
a lot of body language, a lot of intensive body language when it comes to that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Crumpin' is about control. Crumpin' is about control. Because I'm supposed to be able to be in your face.
That's what I call
I'm supposed to be able to be in your face, going crazy,
control
crazy, and you should be able to stand there, and I should be able not to hit you,
and trust that man.
I'm not gonna hit you.
Max.
You know what? You know how much control you have to have. So it's like, you know what I mean. So you know, coming back home to Juggernaut,
I be tripping when I be
making my
watching
name.
niggas doing that shit in Tim's. Like,
I'm
damn, niggas be
I'm battling.
fucking Tim's, bro.
I'm doing battles in Edison. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing the shit, skipping school, going to others. You know what I mean? I was battling the niggas that was doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But fire drills and shit. You know what I mean? I'm battling. You know what I mean? Fat chubby nigga with glasses. You know what I'm saying?
But
with the same name that you see right here, Mike Johnson Jr. You know what I'm saying? So
who you was though.
You know what I mean? So it's like I made my name like that. When Inf put me on to face facts, it just opened my eyes to, and now I'm more hungry. But I didn't get into the studio again for like years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Years.
The crazy thing of
is it because you just didn't you wasn't in the right place at the right time, or you just didn't feel you was ready to go into the studio because you had the dance shit going?
I actually, when I came back, I was like, you know what? I think I rap better than I dance. So
okay, got you.
I'm gonna go with my rap name Juggernaut.
So you took that and parlayed that over.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I found joy in, because both arts are expressions. You know what I'm saying? So I believe after being in Cali, you know what I'm saying, pumping that expression gets you out of trouble. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shit that I've seen in Cali. There's you know what I mean, set on set fights and shit, like there's a lot of shit I've seen.
Man, that's why when I see that slogan that say hip hop saved my life, that resonates with me.
Me
Hip hop
too,
and
bro.
boxing saved my life, boy. Period. Them two
that
things.
Says a lot.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
And for me, it was hip hop. For me, it was hip hop and wrestling.
Charles Murray showed me how to beat niggas up with gloves on.
That's a legend.
With him.
That's a legend.
Big bro anyway from the square, because we from round the way. So
I
he
remember
knew us anyway. We not like any other regular kids. He knew us. Family. Found out we wanted to box. Oh, word. This my shit.
I think my shit was like hip hop and life. Like I just was observant of life a lot. But to answer your question,
was who he was, because if he wasn't into hip hop the way he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been into it the way I was, because my brother would call me. He'll be playing Tila Rocker, one of them, on the boom box in the kitchen. He was good for having. My brother was known for having the big boom box. Anyway, he used to have a plastic bag of D batteries on the go with the boom box type shit, bro, and a bag of tapes. He was one of them. So when he in the crib, he got the boom box either in the living room or we in the room or kitchen table. He'll lay it flat and he'll play certain shit go on in the song. He'll stop, be like, "Yo, Mark, you heard that?" He'll rewind it, play it again. Like, listen,
that's real love.
Certain hot, you know what I mean? How certain shit went in the song. He'll be like, "You heard how you heard that?" And he'll point. He had me start. After a while, I started listening to music like that, listening for the little shit.
You're answering the question. You're answering the question that you gave me.
Into loving hip hop the way I love it.
Listen, you're answering the question that you gave me for me a little bit. So the question that you asked was, you know what I'm saying, why wasn't I in the studio for as long length of time? Well, first I was trying to stay out the streets and be a good role model and shit like that for my little siblings and shit like that. So I was trying to be studious. I wanted to get to a college through academics alone, and then I got accepted to a historic Black college, North Carolina Central University.
Shout out to that.
That experience, that experience alone, it helped me find me, but it helped me find out how this industry is, and that's also the time when I battled the quote unquote battle rap top tier legendary person that we all know as T-Top. That was in 09.
Where did that happen?
That was in 2009. That was in 2009. It was in North Carolina. I want to say we had to drive to Raleigh. I had a lot of my homies, you know what I'm saying? A lot of my homies had vehicles and shit like that. So I'm telling them, you know what I mean? I got this battle, you know what I mean? But I'm not into backing out. Niggas said they got a battle for me and shit, you know what I'm saying? So like I got the directions, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good, you know what I mean? So me and my whole team, you know what I'm saying? College kids went out to the hood. We basically, from what it seemed like, we was in T-Top projects, boy. What? Underneath the lights in the park.
They came out for the boy, huh?
And underneath the lights in the parking lot. And they was trying to clown me too. You know my name Juggernaut. They put the footage as my name, Juggernauts. Put an X at the end. And they tried to clown me in the footage too. But they couldn't necessarily clown me because we went 4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Yeah, you heard what I said. We went 4 rounds. If T-Top, if you ever catch this, yeah, just know, come to Verbal War Zone one day. We got to finish what we started. You know what I'm saying? But
whole joints.
Peace to the king. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the king. You know what I'm saying? That battle right there showed me a lot because I was rapping like we had at that time. This is when you just had to be clipped up. Battle rap wasn't it what it is that we see today.
Yeah, you have a lot of
whatever the fuck you have, you rapping that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted,
that's format, the cloth we come from naturally. You had all whatever you had in your arsenal.
If you ran out
and you
lost.
You couldn't freestyle. Even if you only had a certain amount of rhymes, you had to know how to freestyle. Because if not, that's your ass.
It's over.
You lost.
It's over.
So we went 4 rounds, bro. And I'll tell you this right now. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to look it up, look up Top Busy the Bear versus Juggernaut. You'll find it.
You know what I'm saying? Look it up.
And this is back when they was doing part 1 and part 2 of battles and shit. So you know what I mean? Releasing separately. You know what I mean? So, but I would say, if you want to break it down, I was so hungry to record, you can hear it in my verses. It's like I had an internal heartbeat to my rounds.
Yeah.
Wow. What T-Top was doing, he had not the complete structure, but he had the structure of the cadences that we hear in battle rap today.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So slow rapping and all of that. I'm doing the multi-syllable, Cool G rapish. You know what I'm saying? We had New York down south split.
Hit him with the semi-auto.
What?
Yeah.
I was wilding out.
Yeah.
I was wilding out.
Feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Word. I'm a significant figure. You 0. You ain't a significant figure. All my triggers pull significant. Oh, I was wilding. I was wilding out. I was using mad scientifical shit. I was wild. But yeah, it was an eye opener, and that was my first battle.
Yeah.
My very, very first battle. First battle I ever had.
Now fast forward to now. Where are you now with battle rap?
First off, I'm not a battler. I'm just outside. I love competition. You know what I'm saying? But I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? But as far as battle rap, I am where I like to say where I want to be. I just need to make noise where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I've been blessed enough. You know what I'm saying? When I step back into battle rap, you know, shout out to On-Site Battle League. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to bro. Definitely.
When I got that call to do that, level up. You know what I'm saying? Right after that, I got put on to a battle rap league that rap on beat. And I was like, whoa, that's it for me.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
they URL.
Get into it.
That's my URL right there.
Yeah.
I need that. Right. And I don't know how the universe worked crazy. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden I got put in the Facebook group, Verbal Warzone. And one of the staff, you know, shout out Verbal Warzone, one of the staff members of Verbal Warzone, King Sprite, he issued a burn challenge.
Warzone. Absolutely.
Yeah, he issued a burn challenge, you know what I'm saying? The challenge over the Mob Deep burn.
Yeah, one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite lunches. That is one of my favorite lunches, bro. Like that.
So when that happened, I was like, oh, yo, they said do a verse to this, and we'll see if we'll get you on the next Verbal Warzone card. I'm like, oh, bet.
That bass line, boy, do something to a nigga, man.
So nigga, I'm in my basement. I'm trying to figure out what I'm about to say to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, what? When I get on the stage, you'll see something holographic, but you can see something tragic, spitting like a double pump action shotgun with attachments. This a bulletproof classic. Listen, I was wilding out.
Yeah, baby.
I was wilding out. Getting paid off, rappers accidentally robbing a bank, with the cops asking what's happening. All I did was write a couple bars on a napkin.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It was that. And they was like, called me and said, yep, we got you. We got you set up. Yeah. And shout out to OG Chosen. It was perfect. Everything was perfect. Unbeknownst to me, you know what I'm saying? There was a brother named VVS Verbal, a part of Boot Camp Clique in Bucktown, USA, that also did the burn challenge. Okay. And also got selected to be a part of the Sniper Division, which is like Verbal Warzone's PGs. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And
it's called Sniper Division.
Yeah, Sniper Division. Yeah, snipers. You're snipers when you first get up in there, type shit. Certain people don't be snipers when they get up in there. Certain people are already known, you know what I mean? But I was a sniper. I was in the 3rd division, you know what I'm saying? And the 3rd division, the 3rd sniper card shook some shit up. When I tell you, me and VVS Verbal put on a show. It was a classic. And you can look at the comments in the YouTube for that right now. Niggas is calling that Slick Rick versus KRS. You know what I'm saying? And that alone is a compliment. And
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying? That had people like, you know what I'm saying, like Smith and Wesson reposting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just getting well versed in Twitter, and by the time I just get into Twitter, by the time that battle comes out and the picture comes out with me and VVS on there, and you got all of these legends that I look up to tweeting me. You know what I mean? Like it was like that was a beautiful. It was beautiful. And then
that age now of information where it travels so fast, like.
And shout out to Team Homie too. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, rest in peace, Sean Price. You know, Sean Price was Team Homie, so you know what I'm saying. Team Homie definitely had VVS Verbal. Like that's just automatic. It's automatic. Boot camp, you know what I'm saying? Like it's automatic. Man, really so it's like And the crazy thing about it is, in battle rap, I love Team Hobby. That's like one of my favorite groups in battle rap because they're more than battle rap. You know what I mean? So it was like I don't know. God was doing his thing. God was doing his thing with that one.
Missed that
you know
guy.
what I'm saying? And I went there daily, just me and my wife.
It was funny as a bitch.
And we went to New York and I shook that bitch. Shout out to my wife, you know what I'm saying? Hey baby. But yeah.
Shout out to the wife.
Hey, anybody that's trying to get their travel on, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit up Ebony Johnson, you know what I'm saying? So you can get your travel right wherever you need to go. If you're trying to go to Cancun, you know what I'm saying? We went to Dubai, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to go to Jamaica next, you know what I mean?
Drop a handle down. Drop a handle on the
joint. You know what I mean? I got you.
What's
you
your
know
ID handle? Give.
She got the Unicorn Bruja, you know what I'm saying? That's on Facebook. But she got the travel business is called Boss Magic Travel and Cruise. Boss Magic Travel and Cruise.
All together? No underscores, none of that.
Nah, no underscores. You can Google that. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I mean, that's not even social media.
Y'all don't have to figure it out. Type it in as it is.
Boss Magic Travel.
Boss Magic
Travel. Ebony Johnson on that. Yeah. So yeah, get your get your travels on. But yeah, man, me and my wife, we just went to Brooklyn Dolly.
Yeah, you ain't hit me up either.
Nah, I had to do that Dolly, man.
I know.
I don't know how, you know what I mean? This is my first time going out of town and battle rap and shit like that. I don't really know how shit rocking, but I know this is hip hop because we got them on beat. So I gotta test this shit out. I gotta go through this ringer. And my wife is gangster because she went through it with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I made sure
I'm Upper West Side, basically, Washington Heights area, Little Dominican Republic area.
Got you.
And you was in Boston back then, bro.
Yeah, I was talking about last weekend. That's what I was talking about.
Last weekend.
I was asleep most of the time anyway, so I would have been. I'm all right, man. Trust me. Plus, if I had to spend money, I would have been cheap. So you would. I would have been.
My baby's birthdays, man. Yeah, so.
I would have been good company. I would have been cheap as hell.
But everything is expensive out here. Yeah,
word, man.
You feel me? Yeah, but nah, we went down there. I shook shit, and after that one battle, it was kind of like, yo, you want to be a part of Rebel Warzone? It was like, what? And then that's when I came home after that battle, and I battled my bro, Quavis Walker. Shout out to the God, man. Shout out to the God.
Quavis, man.
The God
Quavis is a different dude.
Shout out to Quavis, man. You know what I'm saying?
Quavis is a different dude who stays in his own skin.
Because he's true to him
at all times, bro. Like, yeah, he's true to himself. Like,
and I think that's why we click,
man. That's why they love him, man.
I think that's why we click. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we see very, very similar qualities in each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give y'all a fun fact. You know what I'm saying? I could watch the battle. You know what I'm saying? That's a classic. One of the classics out of the level ups, you know what I'm saying, an on-site battle league. So, Mike Johnson Jr. versus Quavis Walker, that shit went down. When I tell you it went down, it went down. Yeah. But fun fact, my birthday just passed on January 5th. I'm 32. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I think I was like 28. I was like
28, 29.
Yeah, I was around there. You know what I'm saying? Bro thought I was around his age. You know what I'm saying? He thought I was older. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I carry myself. I was always around older folk. You know what I mean? So like he was like, man, if I would have known that, this whole battle would have went crazier. would have sunned you. I'm like, yeah, you probably would have. That would have been a great angle, especially. But you know what I mean? It happened how it needed to happen. You know what I'm saying? It just showed like, because mind you, Quaviz is somebody that when I made the decision, this is after Inf bringing me around and we performing the song Legend. You know what I'm saying? Go check that out on YouTube as well. You know what I'm saying? We're performing the song Legend. We're performing shit. I'm being his hype man. I'm being his split star. You know what I'm saying? At Dublin Underground and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Dublin Underground.
Wristband on because I'm too young.
Shout out to
I had the wristband on with the X's on the hands because I'm too young. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I had to get the X's on the hands, but I'm performing. You know what I mean?
You was barely 18 too. Barely 18.
So it's like I was able to get that experience. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that like literally right after you battled T-Top was when you came back.
Yes.
And when you came back, that's when you started to get acclimated in the Dublin underground scene. And yeah.
And that got me into the whole Rochester scene, period. So and the funny thing is when I started coming to who I wanted to be as an MC, I started attacking ciphers and shit. Every time I'm at a cipher, guess who's there? Quaviz Walker. For about 7 years. And then I get into battle rap. And he gets into battle rap at the same time. And we both cook our opponents. And it was just like it was inevitable.
Yeah.
So it's like two titans clashing. And I can't. This is something that my battle, I feel like the on-site battle league not really aware of. Like Mike Johnson Jr. versus Quaviz is probably one of the most monumental Rochester battles ever. Just off of who Mike Johnson Jr. and Quaviz is and what we both represent and what trenches we've been through with the craft that we have.
It's crazy, man, how everything is connected, man. Everything is connected. Quaviz was Iron Embassy with my brother KXL and Lorenzo and all of them.
When he was Cave.
Yep, when he was
Iron
Cardiac.
Embassy, that was the name?
Yep,
That
Iron
was
Embassy.
Quaviz's name. Quaviz's name was Cave back then. But KXL, his name was Cardiac back then.
Okay, I just learned something new today.
Yeah.
Man, you watch that goddamn battle with me and I said, you watch that goddamn battle with me and Quaviz.
That battle, yeah.
But
I said his name was Cave before.
Oh, I ain't talking about his name. I'm talking about the Iron Embassy thing.
Yeah, Iron Embassy joint.
I ain't never heard that name. No.
Yeah, when I started rapping
I like that name though. That name fire.
When I was around the time I started rapping, Kev was in like middle school and high school.
Wait a minute, what year was this? Because it was a time when I wasn't even here.
So I started. I
was gone from 02 to 09.
So around 02 was around the time Iron Embassy started like really taking off.
I was gone then.
So yeah, he was gone. But yeah, we was when they was doing anything, yeah, like we'll have a whole nother separate section where I run all of this down. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like
we'll do a quick expose.
Absolutely.
You feel me? But nah, that shit. Me and Quaviz, we did that battle right after I battled VBS, and like, yo, VBS, shout out VBS Verbal, man. Like he was just, he told me like he was building with all the boot camp click, man. He was just telling niggas like, yo, it was hard for me to write for Mike because I actually fuck with the nigga. The nigga nice. Like, yo, them ATM niggas is us. They just in Rochester. I'm like, do you know what type of compliment that is? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So it's like it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And then I came back, you know what I mean? I battled Quavis, you know what I mean? And then I battled Ralph Bucky. Shout out Ralph Bucky, the back Buck
Bucky,
back
block.
Back,
Shout out all that over there.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Double F too, you know what I'm saying? So
shout out
that's when I really stepped into who Mike Johnson Jr. is. Let's just say that. So I would say if it wasn't for High Caliber Music, On-Site Battle League, and Rebel Warzone, you wouldn't know.
Shout out to G.I.
You know what I mean? They help. They definitely help get my start. Because I went from Juggernaut to Mike Johnson Jr. just out of nowhere.
I remember the name change. We was right in front of Rick's house, and we was just outside, like not even on the front porch, on the steps below the front porch.
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, you should use your real name. Like Riggs was adamant about adding a junior. I was thinking Michael Johnson because of the Olympic, gold medalist runner and shit.
Yeah.
Golden shoe.
Yeah, like, and then like it's a play on that, but Riggs was like, nah, son, use your real government because it's real as fuck. And it's once that name changed, once he was himself, like he was officially himself. Like,
so did it start out as Michael Johnson, or did it started with Michael Johnson, but you immediately shortened it to Mike that same day?
Nah, it was oh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. I don't know if you.
It was like.
Did you go as Michael Johnson for a time?
It was at first like Mike Johnson Jr. You know what I'm saying, like MIKE type shit, but then it was like, hey yo, wait, hold on, Mike.
Right. Natural progression over to that.
And it was like, oh shit, that's a bar in itself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, Mike, MIC. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, not all. So the junior part wasn't in there at first. The junior part wasn't in there at first. At first, we was just thinking about MIC Johnson. You know what I mean? Yeah. And in my head, I was like, nah, if I would have to do that, I would have to put the junior in there. I'm actually junior. I'm the second. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be MIC Johnson Jr. Period.
Yeah.
And that's what solidified. He was like, yeah.
That's it. That shit worked.
You know what I mean? So, and then made history from there. You know what I'm saying? And continuing to make history. So it was a beautiful birth. I had to go through a lot of darkness for that birth. You know what I'm saying? Mishaps.
I heard it here.
Mishaps. A lot of I'll say learning from the system what I didn't from my parents. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of darkness to elevate to God said let there be light. It was God was birthed out of darkness. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even be able to see the light if it wasn't for the darkness. You know what I mean? So
that's a fact.
I think it worked beautifully. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then that's what birthed legend. That's what birthed the First Amendment. The First Amendment off of God's Gift 2, the JD Riggs mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got Billy Dan's on there too. Classic. Got Billy Dan's on there. You know what I'm saying? My nigga.
Shout out to Billy, you heard?
Man, I'll say this. See, that's the only Rochesterian that I know that got an MOP memory to say fire.
Right. When he say that,
you know it's real.
Yeah, you know it's real then.
I'm just
Cyrus,
saying,
boy, that's Cyrus.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? And And I was just blessed enough to be a part of a team that, mind you, after we did our first track when I was in 10th grade, I came home with a CD that had that song on there, as well as a whole bunch of songs my cousin was doing. And then a whole bunch of songs my cousin wasn't on, but that High Caliber Music was doing. And I fell in love.
You got lost tapes.
Bruh, this is Xbox 360 days, boy. They were saved on my Xbox while I'm playing Street Fighter. Don't play with me. Like this is I'm playing Street Fighter from dusk to dawn with my brother Reed. And
gonna get in the freeze.
HCM is playing in the background, and all I can think about is I want to be a rapper, but this sound came from Rochester. This is the sound I always wanted. I want to be with HCM. That's what I mean. That's just where my soul felt like. That's just how it progressed. I mean, I guess I always been around, and I showed my passion for it. And
the stars aligned for you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all that is. We're gonna play Freeze. Matter of fact, the joint with Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson Jr.
Chris Rivers.
Big Pun's son, Chris Rivers, Dragon. And we got the Rockness Monster. One half a Healthy Skelter, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Sean Price, man. Sean Price. You know what I mean?
Right here, boy. Right here.
To the people of America, you are now tapped into free smoke, no gas.
What? Mike Johnson Jr. What? HCM. Yeah. This is Mike Johnson Jr. My cold shoulder is cooler than Mr. And I'm holding the fever, that's an oxymoron. I'm spitting at 360 degrees. Compared to me, you ain't Fahrenheit. I got a hard drive, rhymes holding a terabyte. You couldn't walk a mile in my paradise. I'm 6'4", 300 pounds that carry light. Call it paradise to a parasite. A pair of like minds is probably like, why can't we turn this pipe dream to a pipeline? Just know the feeling is likewise. So when I rap, look at the bright side. The sun still shines through the night sky. It's like my passion to probably make it harder to get up in the industry without taking an offer. Until then, I'm slapping rappers like I'm their father. Whatever hits don't kill you, it'll make you stronger. And it'll hurt me more than it hurts a few of you. Call me a deadbeat dad and you'll get beat dead with a 4-piece combo, nigga, that's 2 and 2. You rap animal puppets, call them Zafuma fools. I do this for the culture that we be in. Fuck your opinions. How you want beef when lyrically you're a vegan? This is what you get when a God MC starts living above his demons. Keep it all the way real. Tell them whack MCs to chill. Cause when I squeeze, I shoot to kill. It ain't about where you're from, it's about where's the skill, for real.
My soul is icy, you niggas sweeter than Heisey. You ain't like me, you don't like me, there's something's fishy like Pisces. I'm aware that no one cares, they don't check on your soul like Nike. My go-to phrase is fuck you, nigga fight me. I've been colder than a Pluto wind. My pseudonym is Hooligan, I'm cool again, I'm cooler than the igloo that I pulled up in. My shooter's in position, but my wisdom and premonition say that when niggas bitchin', I subdue 'em with submissions from Crime I Got exhibition. My mission is that of the greatest spitting that ever existed. Splitting image of heaven when written, you inconsistent like pendulum pivots. What's a pen to a piston? That depends if I'm pissing, I'm winning. I've been different to you whack motherfuckers. Only skills pay the bills and you lacking a couple buckets. It must because you suck when you rapping, you sound like suckers. But I'ma just chill for I actually cause a ruckus.
Keep it all the way real. Tell them whack MCs to chill. Cause when I squeeze, I shoot to kill. It ain't about where you're from, it's about where's the skill, for real.
Solitary, involuntary manslaughter. You and or your whole fam so up in court on the camcorder. With a blend on you, but you had your granddaughter though. You were bitching, you burning, I bring water, ho. Now what do you make a play for my dough? Then all of you fool kidnap you, that's taking a play for the road. Hey, the more you know, sidebar, they say we all more you know. So then I'm saying fuck with the more you know. This one you can call your bro, immunity for the code. This one mad hard stack 5, he with all the smoke. This one catch your eye slipping. Fuck, I gotta call you for. Hands on this stroke, no plan, but I show him the art of show. Force of nature out in torture greater. While y'all debate about a Mount Rushmore, shit just corny. Them poor niggas and hoard enslaved us. I've been scorching fakers, y'all some haters. Sorta dangerous, to get sorta
Keep
dangerous.
it all the way real. Tell them whack MCs to chill. Cause when I squeeze, I shoot to kill. It ain't about where you're from. It's about where's the skill for real.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Peace to Vic Grimes on the beat.
That's dope. That's dope, yo.
Vic Grimes on the beat.
I want to thank you for coming, man. I want to thank you for coming, man. This was dope. This was dope. I enjoyed this conversation. You know, got to definitely do more powwows of such.
Yes.
We're gonna get some more brothers up here. I'm gonna get Stiggs and them up here. You know, I'm gonna get E. I'm gonna get E up in here. I'm gonna get that one lined up.
Once you get that JD Riggs story, man, you gonna be like, nah,
definitely get him up in here. Back, man. Tell him to hit my inbox, man.
Gotcha.
Word. Yeah, man. Speaking of, I haven't seen him in the flesh in a long time, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, he been low cooking, man.
It'd be good. It'd be good to see JD too, man. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll say this, bro got something special cooking.
He got something special.
I would not doubt that at all. I would not doubt that at all.
HCM is always working because JD Riggs is always working, man.
That's what's up, man.
There's something special cooking. It's the quality, not the quantity. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Y'all tapped in. This is Free Smoke, No Gas. But this is Free Smoke with Mike Johnson Jr. I'm Southside Unc. The name is not stolen. If they rocking, I'm rolling. New Crack Era's the movement. Cold Summers is the team. You know what I mean? But it's still Southside. Yeah, we up in here, man. I had to bring Inf on the panel. Mike didn't know I was going to bring him up, but he just happened to be telling such a good story, man, about Inf. I was like, hold on, man. I said, if Inf gonna respond to me in the inbox.
He called me at the right.
Just so happens this boy was about to get to the Sandman's house. He said he was this close to being there. He had to get dressed.
Yeah,
and he didn't get dressed. He didn't say, I would, but I'm tired. He got up and got dressed you didn't know that man was fully in the bed. You don't look like he was in the bed. He looked like he was ready for this.
Buzzing is up, boy. What?
He got ready. He got ready, man. And I love y'all for that, man. Word. We had a good time. We had a good time, man.
I'll see y'all soon.
So yeah, man, y'all get in my living room and drop some comments down there. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Gonna bring more interviews. I like to let the people talk too, because I'm not one of the people you always gonna hear my voice all the time, because the people got stories to tell. People got a voice that need to be heard, and they gonna get heard here. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we doing. So y'all stay tuned, man. We gonna get busy again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you need to get at me, man, Jugger MC.
Yeah, drop them handles, man. Drop them handles.
Jugger MC at everything, man. At Jugger MC. JUGG.
Spell that out for the uninformed.
You know what I'm saying? That's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Nigga, if you're feeling froggy on 2K, that's PSN too. You know what I mean? Get at me. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jugger MC on everything. And Jugger MC on YouTube. They got handles on that now.
Yeah.
Check them out. You
That's
know
right.
And HCM is the gang on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? This is HCM.com if you want that new shit from the gang. You feel me?
Yep, HCM is the gang on everything. Facebook, Twitter, IG, all of that. HCM is the gang. For me, it's Instagram. and it's the full Instagram, INFstagram. There's a lot of cats that try to bite me, but they ain't got the original.
I remember I made when I was doing my owl shit, I had Owlstagram. I sure did. I had the logo and all, bro. I probably still got that page if I pulled it up. I probably still have it, but I ain't been on that shit forever, bro.
On Twitter is Infcasso. That's INFCASSO. TikTok is I'll Never Fail. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I got a bunch of other stuff, but if you find HCM as the gang, you'll find me. So that's where y'all need to be going.
Period, though. You really would. When you see it, when you go to there, when you go to that, you're gonna find these guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, well, I want to thank y'all again for tuning in.
Thank you.
Get in the living room. Y'all drop them comments. Shout out to the people that's in the culture and some of y'all that are in the culture that don't need to be in the culture. Shout out to y'all too, because y'all necessary, because y'all bring a certain balance to it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shout y'all out too. But we up out of here. We're one. Salute.
Peace.